y'all. So today we are going to be making a candlestick arrangement. It's going to be a winter slash could go Valentine's Day arrangement. We're going to be using our new candlesticks that we have in the shop. Super excited to work with this one. Let me get that measurement for you because I don't really remember how tall it was. It is about 14.5 inches, almost 15. So that's how tall it is, but use whatever candlestick that you have. It doesn't have to be that tall. It can be a shorter one, but this is just one of our new ones, so I wanted to work with it today. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. I have already added some moss in there and just put a little bit, I've already added the foam in there and put a little bit of moss around the sides. I didn't cover the top. We have a lot of stuff that's going to be going in here, and I don't think we're going to need to. If I need to hit it with a little bit of moss when we're done, then I will. But I'm running out of this, so I'm just trying to save it until my restock comes in. Okay, the first thing I want to do is I want to give this a little bit of a drape. So we're going to use this sort of hanging stem that we have. Now, I don't want the really long one, I don't think. No. So I'm going to go in with probably this one here. And let me just see how I want it before we glue it. I think I like that right there. Okay, so we're just gonna have that sort of draping a little bit more to the front than the back. Now let me see if I want to go in with one more. Kind of thinking maybe a little elevated. Yes, I like that. So we're gonna go in right there with that one. A little bit elevated. It still gives us some nice drama there in the front. Okay, so that is what we have so far. Now we're going to be using our Magnolias again. I love these Magnolias. We have them in sort of a cream color and a white. This is the white. Both of them I think say white, but the other one is a little bit more creamier. So I'm going to use these. And I love using these Magnolias because they are good for, and they're the snowy ones. So they're good for winter designs as well as Christmas designs. So we're going to go in with probably 2 of these. And I just want to see where I want my placement of these. Kind of thinking one right in here. And then one sort of in the front, giving that a bend. Get my placement and then we'll glue it in. Now this will be a tall design, so this will be good for like a foyer entryway. An end table, probably not a dining table just because it's going to be so high you would be able to talk over it. Okay, this one I'm going to want shorter, so let me cut it down some more. I'm probably going to need to take this leaf off so I can get it in the foam. We can add it back. And if your flower petals aren't cooperating with you, you can get a steamer, steam them. But don't be afraid to just, play with them too. Okay, so I think that, let me raise you guys up just a hair because we're going to be a little bit tall here. Okay, hopefully that is better. think that will be our placement on our magnolias. So I'm not going to pull them out. I'm just going to hit that with some glue. All the way around there. Okay, let's take this leaf that fell off. Let's get it added back in here. So I just added it kind of more to the front. And we got this other one here. I may save it. I'm going to save it and we'll see where we want it a little bit later. Okay. Now, I brought in a couple of different types of greenery. Again, this is going to be wintry, still wintry. So we're going to bring in a little bit of pine. I don't have a lot of pine in this one, but just a little bit. So I'm going to put this one right here. This is just one of our mixed pine, just a piece of one of our mixed pine branches. Okay, so it's just going to hang out right back there. Let's get another piece. And I'm going to go right sort of right next to it, right there. I think if I put you guys in the overhead view, we're going to be too tall. But maybe that gives you an idea of kind of where I placed it. Let's do another one. I think it's right there in the front. Let me see if I want it in the front or the side. Yeah, let's do it in the front here. So right there. Let me flip you guys back. I think it's going to be too hard to see in that view. Okay, let's get another piece here. I'm going to go opposite of that one, I think. Put a piece right on the other side of that magnolia. Okay, I have a couple pieces left, but I think we're going to wait until we fill it in a bit more, because like I said, I don't want too much pine. We're going to bring in some other greenery. I've got some of this eucalyptus bush. We're going to add, I have our new little leafy stems. I forget what they call this. We're going to use probably some of that. I brought in for filler, we have our maidenhair bush. So we'll probably put some of that around the bottom. And then I think we're going to use a couple pieces of our viburnum bush. I haven't decided if I want the red berries. But I do want to use some of the branches from this. Because we're going sort of winter / Valentine's, I might add some of the berries, but we'll see how the arrangement takes place. I think I'm going to add that stem right there. We'll see how it goes. See if I want to just keep it without the red or add the red. I'm going to give this one a good bend. think I want it right there in the middle. Maybe not quite so much of a bend. Add some glue in there. Okay, let's get probably one more. I'm going to drape it down. Okay, I'm going right next to where we have those little hanging bushes from the front, and I'm just adding a little piece there. I could even go, let's get one more. I could even do one underneath to the side and have them kind of intertwined. Y'all, I just stuck my finger right in that glue. That was hot. Okay, I'm going to go right next to that one we have hanging down. I'm going to blend them. There we go. Okay, we will come back. We'll probably add a little bit more, but we'll come back. Let's go in with some of our little leafy bushes. Now you can frost these if you want. I'm not on this design, but you definitely could. I think I frosted them. Yeah, I frosted them on this design. So this design here, I don't know if you guys can see. Maybe I can switch the view for you guys. So I added just a little bit of glitter to these. And so I just sprayed, I don't know if you guys can see that. I just sprayed it with some Gorilla Glue, and then I just lightly glittered it. You can use the snow flocking that you can buy in the stores if you want to flock it with the snow. I just put a little bit of glitter just to have a little bit of sparkle. So you definitely could do that as well. Since we do have, you know, some of the frosted pieces in this, that would look good too, but I'm not going to mess with it on this one. Okay, let me see where I want my leaves. Okay, I'm going to take a smaller piece, you kind of go right in here. So this is going to be front facing. It's not going to be a 360, but we will make our back still look good. Okay, that piece is going to go right there. Try to see if I want this taller piece sort of in the middle here. Okay. I don't hate it. I think it'll come together. Let's add another little piece in the front. Okay, so I just added a piece right here to kind of drape over that pine. think we're going to add another piece. Yes, right here. So right under this magnolia leaf, I added a piece right there. I think I want to add another piece of pine right here in the front, right under that magnolia. So it's just a little baby piece. And let's see. Drape that one down. So give me 1 second, I'll turn around for you guys. Okay, so I just added 2 little baby pieces, these little baby pieces right here in the front. Okay. Let's add a little bit of this eucalyptus. Okay, so I added a little section of that eucalyptus there, giving us some nice drama there. Let's get another piece. You can manipulate these however you want them. I think I'm going to go right there with that one, so kind of opposite. And I'm going to put that piece right back there. Okay, now we're going to decide if we want to add some red. So I have a red rose. We could add some red roses in here. We could not do the roses and just add some red berries. So this gives you an idea if like we added some of the red berries. I think that's really pretty. I think we are going to add these red berries. And then I'm going to market it as winter / Valentine's because it's got the red in it and the white. But it could also just be winter. Okay, so let's add a couple more pieces of berries. Let me see how I want this one from the front. I'm going to take this little berry off so I can use the stem. So we've got some on this side. We need to balance it out and put some over here. Okay. So let's get another one. So now we have a little bit over there. Just peek it out. I think I'm going to cut this down. Use a piece over here on this side. And I'm going to add a little piece in the back. Just because I don't want to forget about my back. Even though this is forward facing, we want the back to be pretty as well. Okay, so I just added just a little piece back there. I think I'm going to get another leaf here for the back. So I just put that right back there, right here. I'm waffling on the rose. And we could tuck it. We could tuck some in here. This is one I had to pull out from another design. This is not the direction I was originally going to take, but I kind of like it. So let's add it. Let me go get a couple more because I don't want to just have the one rose in there. So let me go get a couple more and we'll finish this out. So I think we're going to put one. I'm going to have to cut this little berry out. So I added that one there. So we have one, so about closer to the back, one there in the front. Let's see where we want to put this one. Isn't it funny how you guys, you have this idea in your head of what you're going to do and then you start designing and it goes a whole different direction. That's exactly what happened with this one. Trying to see where I want it and how tall I want it. Do I want a tall rose or do I want a short rose? That is the question. Kind of like it tall, but I'm going to need to give the flower a bend because we want it facing our front. And maneuver these petals here a little bit. I haven't had a time to steam them or play with them really. I think we're going to get him in there, right there. Okay, let's get our little branch here added back. Trying to see if I want a little pot of berry back here, just to kind of make our back a little prettier. We're running out of foam. There we go. Okay. I think we're looking pretty good. We're going to go start filling in now with some of our maidenhair. So these do push, they are pushers. So you can get them kind of the exact height you want them. And we're just gonna kind of push them in here to kind of help fill in and hide our foam. You guys can see I'm just taking and I'm just using that to fill in around the bottom to kind of help hide our foam. We'll add some a little bit in the center too, just to kind of bring it all together once I get the bottom done. So I'm going to go all the way around the bottom, get these filled in, and then we'll come back and I'll show you how we're going to fill it in a little bit in the center just to tie it all together. Okay, so I've gone around the bottom, just filled in some places. Looking at this design, I feel like, and this is just me, but I feel like we need something over here, balance it out a little bit. So I think I'm going to try to go in with another piece of pine right there. You guys see that? Like, I think it just helps fill it in a little bit. And then maybe another piece of the eucalyptus. And of course, my pick machine wants to jam. There we go. Oh, that's not, this stem's gonna be too small for the pick machine. So let me just see if I can get it in the foam. There we go. So just a little piece of eucalyptus there. Okay, now we're gonna take some of our maidenhair and we're gonna give it, oops, I've just pulled that one right off. Y'all be careful when you push. Don't push too far like I did. Come right off there. I'm gonna get some taller pieces. So I'm gonna leave my stems long so that we can get a few pieces sort of in the middle of the design to tie this together so it's not just looking like it's just only at the bottom. Try to find the foam. I don't think that went in. It didn't. See if I can get it on a pick. That's the problem sometimes with these arrangements is you start running out of foam space. There we go. Okay, so I added some right in here, right above that row. So we're tying it in from here up in here. Do the same thing in the back. Okay, so I'm just adding some back here. Move our berries around. And if you don't like the fern bush, you can just go in with like some pine. Okay, so I'm just adding some, kind of working my way up. Now this piece is not going to reach the foam. So I'm going to add a lot of glue and I'm going to sort of slide it right next to that pine so that it can glue right onto that pine. Because I wanted to add a tall piece right here. I could put it on a really long pick, but we've got enough pine and stuff in there. It's just going to stick. I just glued it right to that pine. Let's see about adding maybe a shorter piece. I think we need another piece of this. A little closer to the front. like that better, but we're going to give it a little bit of a haircut. A little long. So don't be afraid to clip your stems. I'm going to hit that with a little bit more glue, just to make sure it's not going to go anywhere. So just added one more little thing of that. And I think in the back here, I'm going to clip one of these eucalyptus stems off. I'm going to add it back in a little bit different spot. Okay. So I think it is looking pretty good. I'm gonna see what else is needed. Got a little piece of this that maybe we can bring in to the side over here. If I can find the foam. There we go. Drop that glue down in there. Okay, so I added just that little piece right here, kind of tied in. Got a couple of baby pieces of this pine left. I want to get added in here. I got one more. So these are just little pieces from that mixed pine bush. I just added another piece there in the front. We have one of our little magnolia leaves left. Let's see if we want to add it anywhere. I'm going to just add it right in the front underneath that. So I just added it right there, sort of underneath that other one. I think we are done, guys. I'm going to take a picture of it with arrangements. Sometimes I need to step back from them and take a picture and kind of see what's looking off, or what else I need from it. But for the most part, we're done. I might just add a few little things here and there if it looks like I have a hole or a gap when I take the pictures. But I think it turned out beautiful. We went from more of a winter to definitely more, it is still wintry, but definitely we can advertise this more as a Valentine's Day arrangement. So I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. If you are new to our channel, we would love to have you subscribe, hit that little notification bell, and you'll be notified every time we have new tutorials. So until next time, bye y'all.